I'm back. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm just resting. I've got about 20 minutes till I can get taken down to the place I'm gonna be at for the next few weeks. It's a scary, confusing time. But I'm staying strong. I'm doing what I have to survive at this point. I don't have much options besides to survive and fight on. So, it is what it is. I'm here. No. But I pooped. The sun is setting. Thank God. I'm honestly ready to go to bed soon. But it's not quite that time for me. I've got to stay strong and stay positive. But yeah, the physical pain is pretty bad today. I spent the night on a fucking wooden bench, and then terrible chest pains in the morning. I had to Uber to a hospital. It was just absolute madness. I'm just pooped. Life can be so tiring sometimes. It's just too much to do. Too much going on. I'm a pretty positive person. I don't let it beat me down. I've been homeless for 4 years. You know. I'll bounce back from a bad night. I don't let this stuff defeat me. I've got a good head on my shoulders, you know. So I'm just really thankful. So all you can do is have gratitude and thanks for the universe. Otherwise you just dwell on stuff and it doesn't really help. You know. Hey Tracy. How's it going? It's nice to see you. I hope you've been well. I just came on here to say hi. No, I don't plan to go back there. I'm disgusted at the lack of morals that many of the patrons and staff have at the Ghost. Especially with motherfucking Dump in office. I don't want to go game where there's people who voted for that motherfucker. Or people who were saying, oh, just deal with it. If Dump wins, just deal with it. No. I don't need to go surround myself with people like that. I could give a fuck, you know? How am I doing? I'm alright. I'm in a lot of physical pain. I just had a rough night. I was in the hospital this morning. I'm in a lot of physical pain. But no, you know, it's motherfuckers like that, voting for Dump and all this shit, that fueled my suicide attempt 4 months ago, which ended in me totaling my car and me being on the streets. And I just don't care to be around people like that. I really don't. You know, it's not everyone. There's people there who I have no problem with, but I don't want to go to the Ghost anymore. And, you know, my friends are not going anymore. We're not supporting them, no. So, I've moved on from that. I'm not done with arcades and stuff, but I'm going elsewhere. Yeah, I don't even know if I'll be in Chicago at that time. I might be, but yeah, it is a shame. I was ready to buy the year pass and really excited about the future of being in Chicago and gaming there and stuff, but I'm not doing the year pass, not getting a lifetime pass, none of that. I'm not doing any of that. Those plans have been thrown in the garbage. I'm gaming elsewhere. I mean, if you want to hang out, we can hang out if I'm in the area. Just reach out to me. I deleted my Facebook, but you know, I just got sick of it. And seeing motherfuckers like Stephen Lucas on there who's gonna advocate for LGBT people's rights to be taken away, who's going to defend stuff that the fucking Tony Hinchcliffe said about Puerto Ricans, is undefensible. You don't defend people like that. It's just racist and transphobic, and I don't want to be somewhere where someone like that can be considered a gamer of the year. No, no way. I am never going back to the Ghost, safe to say. But I have not quit arcade gaming. I haven't quit gaming. I'm mostly just playing Street Fighter 6 if I do play anything. I've been trying to learn that. Learning the Zangief. I'm playing Sam Show 2, having fun with that. Playing Melee. I've been more focused on Melee, honestly. You know, at Melee events, they don't put up with stuff like that. Motherfuckers like Stephen Lucas would get thrown out in a heartbeat. You know, it's like, I don't want to be in a scene where they're gonna allow jerks like that to partake. I don't need to surround myself with people like that. No. They're heavily associated with the Ghost and promote the Ghost, and I will not support any businesses that are like that. I've never been to the Headless Horseman, and I will never go. I have no desire to go. The arcades I'm going to are mostly in the city. But yeah, I'm mostly just going to arcades in the city at the moment. But I don't care about the high scoring stuff. I don't care about the Ghost. I'm much more focused on fighting games. Like I said, I'm learning Street Fighter 6 and just.
Go for 15 minutes.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you for the heads up. I'm just more focused on learning fighting games like Melee. Been trying to get back into Melee. Played that since 2016, very heavily in 2016 up until like 2018. I feel like I was pretty decent at Melee, but I quit to, I don't know why. Well, all my friends were into Smash 4 and Ultimate, so I kind of put Melee on the back burner to play that. But yeah, good luck. I hope you can get some scores. No, I don't like open world games. I have played GTA 5 and GTA 4. I've played GTA 1 and 2. I've played 3. I've never played Vice City or San Andreas. I don't know. I played San Andreas. I didn't play 3. I played San Andreas, okay. Yeah, so I played a couple GTA games, but I don't like them. The only Rockstar game I really liked was Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Revolver. I actually think Revolver is the better of the two. But I don't like open world games. I think they're poor design, more of a focus on scale than actually having a deep gameplay. So I'm not too into any of those games. I didn't know Black Ops 6 was even out. The last one I played was 3. I like zombies in those. Sorry for slow reply. Been busy, so I'm gonna go last night. Looks like a rough night. Yeah, I just drank too much and then was like spiraling mentally and I was just on a wooden bench. I got no sleep. I shouldn't have drank as much as I drank. And just, I shouldn't have even drank. I was just, trying to make the night easier, but it just made it harder. And my mom called me at like midnight, and I talked to her most of the night, but it was just strange. We haven't talked in like 4 months, and randomly she called me at midnight, and I was just so confused. I was like, "Why the fuck are you calling me? What do you want?" And I was pretty heated, but I calmed down, and we had a pretty productive talk. But it was just a weird night, and then bad chest pains around 6. Went to the hospital, and just hopefully on to better things tonight. I've got a plan, but I can tell you more on the phone if you want to call me at some point. I can update you. I don't want to say too much on here about what I'm doing or where I'm going. But I do have a plan, and I think things are going to work out. Hopefully for the best. We'll see. But, you probably can hear it in my voice. I'm just in a lot of pain, and I'm tired, and it was not at all an easy night. I was really just in a bad place. But today's a new day. Just trying to stay positive. That's all you can do. This situation really sucks. I've been really down, really depressed. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna try. No. I have a different plan. I'll tell you more at some point. It's gonna require help from other people, but a lot of effort on my part. And if it works, it works. And hopefully, even if it doesn't work, I've got at least 2 weeks of shelter where I'm headed. So, and then from there, I can probably get another 2 weeks. And I gotta figure it out. Yeah, I'm probably gonna make a GoFundMe at some point, just so I can get some financial help, because I'm really struggling. It's so ironic, but being homeless is fucking expensive. So you don't have a kitchen, so you can't cook for yourself. And I have a lot of stomach issues, so I can't just go eat, fast food every day. I get where I can't even walk, and I'm in pain and want to vomit and stuff. I can't eat that stuff, so I have to eat a little more expensive without the kitchen. But yeah, it's insane how it's so expensive just to be homeless. Either that, or you have nothing and you die on the streets because you don't eat, and you don't, it's just so crazy. Not any charities you can get food from. No, there is not. The way this homeless charity stuff is set up, it's just tax write-offs for rich people, but they don't help you. They'll refer you places that help, but you get to the place and they refer you to another place, and then you're back where you started eventually. It happened to me back in California. I went through a cycle, got referred from 5 different places. They all kept saying, okay, we're going to refer you here. They're going to help you. And then I get there and say, we don't do that. We're going to refer you here. They do this. Then I get there. We don't do that. We're going to refer you here. They do that. And then eventually I was back in square one. And it's just ridiculous trying to get help from these services. They're really poorly set up. So the charities I've received is like friends, you know, friends helping me is the true charity. The legal charity, they're businesses. They're just tax write-offs for rich people, and they want to refer you and get you in and sign the papers, and they can get their money and then send you on your way and do nothing to help you or improve your life. I have a caseworker right now. I went in. 2 weeks later, I called her. She didn't know who I was. She's like, why aren't you at the homeless shelter? Why did you leave the homeless shelter you were staying at? And I said, I've never been in a homeless shelter. I don't stay at them. They're dangerous and I don't feel safe. And I literally never was in a homeless shelter. She's like, yes, you were. And she was fighting with me on it. And I was like, how did you forget who I am? Like, I just saw you 2 weeks ago and you've already forgotten who I am. It's like fucking ridiculous. But I've been getting jerked around by the system since October. I'm waiting, you know. Once you're in, and you just wait for an agency to pick you. But they're not going to pick me because I've aged out of youth services and I don't have HIV or AIDS. If I had HIV or AIDS, I would get housing like that. I'd be at the top of the priority list. But I do not. So I am skipped over by everyone who has HIV and AIDS, and everyone who's old, or anyone who has children, or anyone who's young. But I've aged out. I'm at an age where I'm just fucked, and these services don't really help you, and you wait in limbo, and new people come and skip the line, and you just get jerked around, and you wait to die like a fucking dog on the street. That's the reality of the situation, you know? It's like, it sucks. These charities are frauds. Alright, I would stay on and talk more, but it's, the cafe's about to close, and, I'm gonna hit the road, so I just want to pee before all that, make sure I have time to do that, so I'm gonna shut off the stream. I might be streaming again, later in the day. Yeah, see y'all. Goodbye.